Welcome to Lalioma Channel, the best place to find inspiration for your dream home design. Every week, we feature architectural styles, elegant interiors, and creative ideas to make your home more than just a place to live. From modern minimalist homes to classic villas, you can find it all here. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button, and let's explore the fascinating world of home design. Because a beautiful home starts with the right inspiration.
Nestled on the edge of a crystal-clear lake, cradled by endless rolling forests and set against the gentle curves of distant hills, this grand estate rises like a vision from a classic European dream. It is more than a home, it is a sanctuary of legacy, artistry, and timeless elegance that, as you first approach the estate, a long, winding driveway cuts gracefully through the manicured grounds. Drawing your eye to the mansion's commanding presence, its architecture speaks a noble language: majestic columns, arched windows, symmetrical lines reminiscent of classical palaces that once stood as the heart of empires. The white stone facade glows beneath the afternoon sun, pristine and powerful. Each detail from the grand portico to the carved balustrades reflects impeccable craftsmanship. This is not merely design, but a tribute to tradition. Step inside, and you're enveloped in silence, not of emptiness, but of peace. The interiors boast high ceilings dressed in intricate plasterwork, marble floors that echo with quiet steps, and rooms filled with curated art and antique furnishings that each carry their own stories. Light spills through towering windows, bathing every room in a golden glow, and offering uninterrupted views of the lake and gardens beyond. The heart of the home is its grand salon, a space built for both royal, entertaining, and quiet introspection. From there, a sweeping staircase leads to private quarters, lavish bedrooms with velvet drapes, oak-paneled studies, and serene terraces that feel suspended between earth and sky. Outside, the grounds unfold like a painting. Carefully sculpted hedges border expansive green lawns, while ornamental trees lend rhythm and poetry to the estate's layout. At the back, an infinity pool stretches toward the water, its surface melting into the lake in a seamless blend of architecture and nature. Yet beyond the visible splendor, there is something more: in atmosphere. This mansion does not shout wealth, it whispers legacy. It invites quiet mornings with mist rising off the lake, evenings filled with candlelight and string quartets, and generations growing with grace under its roof. This is not a place for just living, it's a place for becoming. A timeless retreat where memories are made, histories are honored, and the soul finds rest in beauty. Welcome to a space where grandeur meets grace, where every corner, every texture, every glimmer of light speaks of timeless elegance and thoughtful design. As you step into this magnificent hall, your senses are immediately greeted by a visual symphony of cream-toned marble floors, intricately veined with gold, stretching beneath your feet like the foundation of a palace. The sheer scale of the room invites awe, but it is the harmony in the details that truly captures the soul. Above, glittering chandeliers cascade from a tray ceiling, their countless crystals refracting soft light that dances gently across the surfaces. They do not merely illuminate, they crown the room, a tribute to craftsmanship and sophistication. Each piece seems to whisper stories of classic European opulence, carefully blended with contemporary restraint. To your left and right, elegantly carved columns frame alcoves of warmth, seating areas adorned with velvet-lined armchairs, antique side tables, and golden-hued drapes that flow like silk waterfalls beside tall, graceful windows. The drapery sways ever so slightly with the breeze, inviting sunlight to wash the room in a golden glow. The central entrance, flanked by tall double doors in rich mahogany, serves as more than just an opening, it is an invitation. It connects the interior to the wider world, and yet, once you are inside, it feels as though you've stepped into a realm entirely your own. Just beside the doorway, a vintage globe rests, perhaps suggesting a love for exploration, or the idea that this home is its own world worth discovering. Art lines the walls, not cluttered, but intentional. A single portrait commands attention, giving the space both identity and presence. It speaks not just of aesthetics, but of heritage, the kind of art that carries weight, that remembers, that reminds. Lamps, carefully chosen and placed, offer pools of warm ambient light in the evening. Their ornate bases and soft shades are less about function and more about feeling, casting shadows that make the space feel inviting, never intimidating. This is not a hotel lobby. It is not a showroom. This is a home, a grand home, a place for thoughtful conversations, for quiet mornings with coffee and reflection, for elegant evenings shared with friends over soft music and laughter echoing gently against the marble. Here, luxury does not shout, it whispers. It is found in the texture of the upholstery, in the curve of each chair's leg, in the symmetry of the floor plan. It is not excess, it is excellence. In a world that moves fast, this space stands still. It offers a breath, a pause, a reminder that some things beauty, balance, serenity are worth building. And so, as you take your time walking through this room, you don't just admire it, you feel it. The way light plays on the floor, the way the air seems to hold a quiet. The way every element works together not to impress, but to embrace. This is where luxury meets harmony, and this is home. Welcome to a sanctuary of intellect, elegance, and quiet authority, tucked into the heart of a refined residence. This home office is not just a place to work, it's a space where focus meets luxury, where ambition is nurtured, and where ideas are given room to breathe. The first thing you notice is the warmth, the deep, rich hues of mahogany enveloping the walls, the bookshelves, and the heavy executive desk. There is a certain gravity here, a timeless dignity that reminds you of classic libraries, of rooms where history was written, contracts were signed, and wisdom was passed down through generations. Lined from floor to ceiling with shelves, the room is a treasure trove of literature, law, history, and thought. Every spine tells a story. Leather-bound volumes rest in perfect symmetry, curated not only for knowledge, but for character. They whisper of late nights spent reading, of quiet afternoons with a cup of coffee and a wandering mind. At the center, the desk commands attention, not ostentatious, but unmistakably powerful. Solid wood, polished to a soft gleam, with every drawer, every corner, crafted with purpose. A leather writing pad lays atop its surface, beside a golden lamp that casts a warm glow inviting work, but also contemplation. Behind the desk, a tough leather chair waits, strong yet comfortable, made for both command and comfort. It faces the windows, tall and wide, where natural light pours in with serene clarity. Beyond the glass, nature stretches out lush trees, a peaceful lake, the sky reflecting its calm onto the water. It's a view that reminds the thinker inside that clarity doesn't just come from logic, it comes from balance. The windows are framed with thick drapes, pulled aside to let in the day, but ready to draw closed when privacy is needed. They soften the wood tones with a subtle elegance, a quiet nod to refinement. Every corner of this space is intentional, from the classic table clock resting on the bookshelf, to the brass-framed photograph that tells of family and legacy. Even the rug beneath your feet soft, muted. Grounding completes the room not as an afterthought, but as an essential layer of comfort. This is a room made for those who think deeply and act decisively. A place where entrepreneurs sketch out their next venture, where authors find their flow, where a parent might sit in the early morning writing letters to their children. But beyond function, this room is about identity. It's a statement, not of wealth, but of values, of tradition, of discipline, of taste. Here, silence is golden. Here, the mind is free. And here, surrounded by books, bathed in light, supported by beauty, even the most ambitious dreams feel possible. This is not just a home office. This is a retreat for the intellect, a cradle for ideas, a fortress for focus. This is where greatness begins with one thought, one page, 1 hour of undisturbed clarity. Welcome to the study of serenity and power. Welcome to a world where imagination comes to life. This is not just a room, it's a castle, a classroom, a playground, and a safe haven, all wrapped into one vibrant, joyful space. As we step inside, the very first thing that catches the eye is the castle-themed bed. With its colorful towers and soft pink blanket, it invites the little dreamer to enter a realm of fairy tales and fantasy. Every night, this is where stories unfold of dragons, princesses, and knights on daring adventures. It's a bed, but also a portal to the boundless universe of a child's mind. Just above it, a cheerful yellow bookshelf brims with treasures, picture books, colorful toys, puzzles, and art supplies. It's a corner that nurtures both curiosity and creativity. Every object has its story, every shelf a memory waiting to be made. To the right of the bed is a small wooden table with 2 chairs, simple yet meaningful. It's where the day's ideas are drawn in crayon, where snacks turn into tea parties, and where learning feels like play. A tiny plant sits in the center, reminding even the smallest minds of growth, care, and beauty. The light floods in through wide double windows, giving the room a fresh, airy feel. Outside, rooftops and trees quietly peek in, but inside, it's always warm, always welcoming. The soft wooden floor is anchored by a pink rug plush underfoot, and perfect for playtime or afternoon naps. Look to the left, and you'll see a baby blue armchair with a bright pink cushion and inviting seat for a bedtime story or a comforting hug after a long day. This is where parents sit, reading tales of faraway lands, bonding through pages and quiet moments. On the wall, whimsical elements of design add charm. The pastel tones, yellows, blues, and reds are carefully chosen to spark joy and calm. Every detail, from the color of the wardrobe to the shape of the play structures, is made with the child's happiness in mind. But beyond the colors and furniture, this room holds something even more important, a sense of belonging. It's a room that listens when they cry. It laughs with them when they play. It watches as they grunge by inch, dream by dream. Here, lessons are learned not just from books, but from imagination. Empathy, wonder, independence. They're all shaped in these quiet corners. Whether the child is pretending to be a queen in her castle, an artist at her desk, or simply cuddled up with a favorite toy, this room supports her every version because, to a child, a room like this is more than just space. It's their kingdom, it's their canvas, it's their world. So as we gently step out, we take one last look at the colors, the books, the toys, the soft bed and big windows, and we realize this room doesn't just nurture a child's rest, it nurtures their wonder. In the heart of this stunning home lies a sanctuary of warmth, comfort, and connection, an inviting family lounge that effortlessly blends rustic charm with modern elegance. As you step into the space, you're immediately embraced by the rich textures and calming tones. The central feature is the magnificent stone fireplace, standing tall with quiet confidence. Above it, a sleek flat-screen television brings contemporary function to a room rooted in classic warmth. The flames below dance gently, casting flickers of golden light across the room, perfect for chilly evenings and cozy conversations. Surrounding the hearth is a collection of soft, beige sofas arranged in a circle, creating the perfect spot for laughter with friends, storytelling with family, or simply sinking into silence after a long day. The oversized leather ottoman in the center, adorned with a bowl of fresh fruit, doubles as both a coffee table and a footrest, a detail that speaks to both style and practicality. The real magic, however, lies in the view. Floor-to-ceiling windows open the room to a breathtaking panorama, rolling forests, majestic mountains, and skies that seem to stretch endlessly. The wooden frames, warm in tone, echo the natural world just beyond the glass. Here, the indoors and outdoors become one. Whether it's a quiet morning with mist over the trees or a golden sunset over the hills, nature is always part of the experience. Step outside, and you find an elegant patio space. Comfortable chairs and a small table make it the ideal setting for evening tea, intimate conversations, or quiet moments of reflection under the stars. Every element in this lounge has been designed to inspire presence, to pause, to connect. It's more than just a place to sit, it's a place to belong. In this room, life slows down, memories are made, and serenity finds a home. Step into a world where elegance whispers and tranquility reigns. This isn't just a bedroom, it is a sanctuary, a private retreat designed for serenity, comfort, and the finest pleasures of life. As you walk in, the first thing that catches your eye is the majestic four-poster bed, dressed in soft, inviting linens. The white drapes cascading down the dark wood frame add a romantic touch, flowing gently like whispers in the wind. Each pillow, each fold of fabric, is arranged with purpose, inviting you to sink into a space that promises deep rest and rejuvenation. The palette of soft creams, warm browns, and neutral tones soothes the senses instantly. It is a color scheme that doesn't shout, it embraces. The textures in the room, from the plush area rug beneath your feet to the tufted bench at the foot of the bed, speak the language of quiet sophistication. Above, a chandelier sparkles softly, casting gentle light that reflects off the satin curtains and hardwood floors. It is not just a light fixture, it's a crown that completes the royal ambience of the room. The tray ceiling, with its soft recesses and subtle lighting, creates an illusion of floating serenity, heightening the atmosphere of calm. But what truly elevates this bedroom is what lies just beyond the glass. Floor-to-ceiling windows offer a breathtaking view of the lake outside. The blue water shimmers in the daylight, surrounded by lush forest that stretches into the horizon. It's a view that changes with the hour glowing gold at sunrise, serene and deep at noon, and breathtakingly peaceful under the moonlight. This room connects you to nature without ever stepping outside. The gentle rustle of trees and the quiet rhythm of water soothe your soul like a lullaby. With one glance out the window, worries fade, and the world slows down. And when the moment calls for it, you can step through the glass doors onto a private balcony. Here, a set of classic wicker chairs and a table await, perfect for morning coffee, sunset conversations, or silent reflection under the stars. Every detail in this space has been curated for comfort and presence. The bedside lamps glow warmly for evening reading. The artworks on the walls offer abstract calm and visual texture. Lush green plants placed thoughtfully in the corners breathe life and freshness into the room. This bedroom is not just a place to sleep. It is a place to think, to breathe, to be. Is where days end with gratitude and begin with grace. Where luxury isn't loud but lies in the details, the softness of the sheets, the stillness of the air, the care in every corner. Here, in this master's suite, you're reminded that true wealth is peace of mind, that the finest designs don't impress, they embrace, and that the most luxurious room in the world is one that makes you feel at home. Welcome to a room where dreams aren't just imagined, they're lived.